Hey guys, what's up? I'm Ershad from Mr. Phone, and today we are back with an unboxing after a really long time. And what we have in front of us is the Narzo 10. The embargo for this phone is finally lifted, and therefore I can show you guys quickly what you get inside the box. I'm not going to show my face today, it's just going to be the unboxing directly first, and after that I'm going to be doing a performance review of the Narzo 10. So what are we waiting for? Let's get down to our unboxing of the Narzo 10 and our performance review of the same. But before we move on, as usual, don't forget to hit that red subscribe button and the bell icon right next to it to get notified whenever Mr. Phone puts out an awesome new tech video. Also, we have a community over at Telegram and Instagram. Don't forget to go and check out the community in the links in the description below. Alright, so let's start off with the unboxing, and as you can see that Realme clearly has that yellow color branding going for it, and it clearly says that it is a #1 quality smartphone brand based on a consumer mobile consumer insights survey done in September 2019. There are a few other details out here. The price actually says 12,999. I don't know if you guys can see that, but we know for a fact that the 4GB 128GB variant is actually 11,999, and there are a few other details given out here, most of which you guys already know. It's got a 48 megapixel AI quad camera, a Helio G80 processor, 5000 mAh battery, and 18 watt quick charge. So let's quickly do the unboxing and find out what you get inside the box of the phone. Let's keep this aside for a bit. And it says, hey, welcome to the Realme family. Thank you, that's sweet of you. Alright, as usual, Realme generally has a case for the phone. This is your regular TPU case, nothing of the garden variety, not too fancy, and there's a cutout for the fingerprint scanner as well, and of course a cutout for the camera module as well, of course, and you get a few information guide and other pamphlets. I'll just keep that aside and see what else you get in the box apart from, of course, the phone. But first, the phone, of course. So let's quickly switch it on and turn it around. All right, this is a very unique shade of the phone. It's a white color, but it's got like these patterns behind. Looks damn unique and completely different, and it follows that pattern that Realme has been following for its master editions. Looks damn cool. I'll keep the phone aside, and the phone is starting off right now, just to show you guys. All right, and what else do you get inside the box? Let's quickly see. And as you can see that there is a USB Type-C cable, and of course a charger. And this, my friends, I don't know if you can see it yet, I think it should have focused by now, is a 9-volt 2 ampere or an 18 watt charger. So yeah, so that was the unboxing. This is the phone, as you guys can see. Looks damn cool. Let me just show you guys a little bit more. All right, yep, and there's the phone itself. Right down, just take a screenshot. All right, so I don't know why that came up, but this is what it looks like. So let's get on to our performance review next. All right, so let's start off with running the performance tests. Obviously, I have a set of benchmarks for you guys, and we're going to be running the performance test on two phones, which is the Realme 6, which runs G90T, and the new Narzo 10, which has a G80, which is what we want to see, how different is the performance of the G80 compared to the G90. Both these phones are have apps closed in the background, running on the same Wi-Fi, and of course I have put it on high performance mode in Realme UI. Let's start off with Antutu. I'm going to be running these tests 3 times in a row just to figure out an average in the end. So let's start off. So as you can see, as expected, the G90T finished first, and it has a final score of 2,74,000 odd. I'm just waiting for the G80 on the Realme Narzo 10 to finish the test now. Let's see what the final score on the Narzo 10 is. So the Narzo 10 has also completed the test, and with the G80 seems to be not as powerful as the G90T. The G90T seems to have quite a sizable lead. Obviously, I'm going to run the test once again to figure out where these two phones stand on an average. But obviously, the G80 is going to be lower than the G90T. I think 2 average runs should suffice to give us an idea of where the G80 and the G90 stand. So there we go, the second test has also started. Alright, so we've reached the end of the test, and once again we've got close to 2,70,000 on the G90T. Again, it's really good score on the G90T as usual, and we're waiting for the G80 to end. Let's see what the score is finally on the G80. So there you go, again, not too much different from the first score. Again, it's around the 2 lakh mark, so we can safely presume that the G80 will be around the 2 lakh mark with Antutu, whereas the G90T goes to up to 2,70,000. Obviously, the G90T is more powerful. Alright, so now let's quickly run Geekbench to find out where the CPU performance of these two devices stand, and let's figure out how they stack up against each other. So I'm running the CPU benchmark. This should give us an idea at the end of the test if the G80 can get even fighting region, even in the fighting region of G90T. Alright, so we've reached the fag end of the comparison. It's almost ending on the G90T for the Geekbench score, and you can see that the single core score is around 533 and the multi-core score is 1649. Let's see where the G80 stands in comparison to the G90T's really good scores. Alright, looks like the G80 has also finally finished its run, and the single core score is nowhere close to the G90T, neither is the multi-core score. You can see it on your screen right now. It's 384 and 1310 compared to 533 and 1649. Obviously, the G90T is leagues ahead of the G80 when it comes to CPU performance. Alright, so now for the final benchmark test, let's run 3D Mark on both the phones to check out the GPU performance of the G90T against the G80. Here's an interesting thing that you can see is that 3D Mark actually identifies the Narzo 10 as the Realme 6i, which gives us a clear indication that Realme is just rebranding the 6i for the Indian market as the Narzo 10. Anyway, let me show you what tests I'm running. I'm going to be running the Slingshot, OpenGL, ES 3.1 and the Vulkan tests. So yeah, this is going to be a long run, so let me just quickly start it and keep the camera going on for a bit. Alright, so we've reached the end of our 3D Mark comparison, and you can clearly see that the G90T is leagues better than the G80 when it comes to OpenGL performance or Vulkan performance. You can see that the overall score is almost double, and that's where G90T definitely takes a quantum leap over G80, and we should see a clear difference in performance when you're playing PUBG and Call of Duty. Alright guys, so let's now play PUBG on the Realme Narzo 10 with G80. This is the first time that we're going to be playing on a G80 equipped device. Obviously the G80 from the benchmarks doesn't seem to be that much of a powerful performer, so I'm not expecting too much. So you can play at smooth and ultra, but by default it plays at HD and high, which is basically HD graphics and 30 FPS. Now, but smooth and ultra will let you go up to 40 FPS. Higher FPS is generally better for first person and third person shooters. So I'm going to be playing an arcade game, which is a PvP 4 versus 4 first person mode of PUBG. I'm not really that much of a PUBG gamer, so excuse me if I play badly. Alright, so let's start the game. Obviously, considering I haven't played the game much, I don't have much of a loadout, no attachments either, so I'm going to be playing with this Car L. Alright, so excuse me if I'm going to be playing like a noob, and yeah, this is just to test out the gameplay. Seems to be smooth enough and not stuttery. Alright, the match has started. Let's hope we can win. Alright, looks like it was just me in the end playing against them. Anyway, I was just playing just to show you guys that it wasn't much of a problem. I got 13 kills nonetheless. Alright, so that's it for PUBG on the G80. You can play it smooth and ultra, and it's fine, it's fairly okay. It's nothing path breaking or extraordinary. So now we're going to be playing PUBG and Call of Duty on the Realme 6, which is obviously going to be better. Alright, so now we're going to be playing PUBG on the G90T, which is on the Realme 6. So let's see how that goes. Again, I'm going to be pretty noob, of course. Let me just quickly take a look at what the graphics settings that you get on the G90T. You actually can go up to HDR and Ultra, and HD and Ultra, and smooth and extreme, which means that you can get close to 60 FPS. Anyway, let's play HDR Ultra. So it's going to look good, it's going to play good. Let's just quickly jump into the game. So yeah, this is quite a difference between the G80 and the G90T. So yeah, I mean, if you're looking at these two phones, the Narzo 10 and the Realme 6, the performance difference is going to be a lot. Let's just start the game and I can show you guys how that feels. It looks like I've already booted into a game that's already available. It looks so much better on the Realme 6 compared to the Realme Narzo 10 for sure. The performance difference is drastic. Still don't understand why I'm playing with the Car 98 when I haven't gotten a single kill yet. Anyway, the point is to show you guys how it performs. So I'm doing that right now. Although I must say one thing, there is a fundamental problem with the G90T, and that's not just with the Realme 6. It also extends to the Redmi Note 8 Pro, which has a G90T, and that is the fact that it heats up. Definitely does heat up pretty soon. The other thing that I want to talk about, the Realme 6 and the Narzo 10 specifically for gaming, is that the Realme 6 seems to have like a better touch response. So it's responding really fast and well to what I'm doing on the screen. So yeah, obviously I'm not doing much, but for what it's worth, at least I'm able to test the game. I didn't have to do much. These guys played it really well. Alright, so from what I can tell is that gaming on the Realme 6 with the G90T is an absolutely far better experience compared to the G80. So yeah, I mean, if you're playing 2,000 bucks more, you're gonna definitely get better performance. Hey guys, alright, so what I'm gonna be doing now is actually testing Call of Duty on both the phones. So right now I have the Realme Narzo 10 with me, and what I'm going to be doing is first checking what are the maximum graphic settings that you can reach, and you can see that the graphic quality that you can achieve is only low, and the frame rates that you can achieve are medium on this. Of course, you can add depth of field maybe to a certain extent, but that's about it. Call of Duty doesn't give you more options on the G80, which is a bit of a letdown. Maybe it will get upgraded in the future, but for now I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty, so it makes a lot of sense for me to play this right now. What I'll do is I'll quickly play a kill confirmed match because I've been collecting gold. So yeah, so let me start off. Alright, so I'm going to be streaming for you guys, streaming a kill confirmed game of Call of Duty on the G80, so you guys can see the performance. I quite like playing Call of Duty, so should be fun. So my loadout currently has of course a Type 25 GKS, RPD Locus. So I'm just going for Type 25 right now. Should suffice for quick fire match. Let's see how that goes. All right. Don't want to go into the line of fire already, but and there you go, another kill. That's nicely done. Okay, so I think I'm going to switch quickly to the RPD. I like a nice LMG to get like multiple kills at once. Oh, lovely! I've got the Annihilator. I think one of the most powerful, perks out there. Let me see if there's anybody who can be in my line of sight. There you go. That's one shot kill. Alright, so I just finished the game, and after the end of the game, I didn't face any frame drops as such because it's anyway playing at low quality. I think G80 can easily handle the low quality. I think it can actually go up to medium, but unfortunately that's not available currently in Call of Duty on the G80 on the Realme Narzo 10. So that's a bit of an issue, but otherwise I think at low it can run extremely fast, no problem whatsoever. But I think that you'll obviously be better served by a G90T if you want to look at better gaming, but this is good for gaming too. Okay, I'm really glad that I switched to Call of Duty because I'm genuinely far more happier playing Call of Duty than PUBG. I just prefer the gameplay on Call of Duty. It's just way better according to me, but I mean obviously you can take me or comment in the comment section below. And here you can see that Call of Duty actually lets you go till very high on the G90T. On the G80 it was just low preset. That's just crazy. On the high, on high maybe it just oh my god, on high it actually lets you go till max as well. So yeah, graphics wise, I mean G90T is obviously going to be better. I'm going to be doing max FPS, which is 60 FPS, and probably playing kill confirmed again. Yes, let's see how that goes. Alright, generally for, oh my god, this is so much better. For cage kill confirm matches, I prefer oh my god, that's not the right gun. The RPD, which is an LMG. It gives me enough time to quickly run in and land a few shots. There you go, already. Alright, so that was so much more fun to play on the Realme 6. It was absolutely a revelation because it was actually looking much better, plus offering you better frame rates as well. So overall, I mean, a much better experience on gaming on Call of Duty and PUBG on the G90T compared to the G80. Despite the G moniker, I don't think that the G80 can't qualify that much as a gaming chipset. I would say that the G90T is probably one of the most the best chipsets that MediaTek has managed to release in the past year, and the performance has been generally excellent throughout the board. The only concern that I have with the G90T is that it tends to get warm around this area, at least on the Realme 6 and the Redmi Note 8 Pro, and depending on where the SoC is placed. So for the final verdict, when you're looking at the Realme Narzo 10 compared to something like the Realme 6, which has a G90T for a couple of grand more, I think that this is a far better gaming phone compared to the G80. So yeah, I mean the G80 is definitely lacking when it comes to performance. I thought that it would be a better processor, but it looks like a slight bump over the G70 and not nearly close to the G90T. Alright, so what do you guys think? Do let me know in the comment section below. That's it from me. I'm Ershad from Mr. Phone, and this was our performance comparison of the newly launched Realme Narzo 10 against the Realme 6, which is basically the G80 against the G90T. Alright, also one more thing guys, do let me know in the comment section below what kind of videos would you like to see on the Realme Narzo 10. I shall do them for you. If you guys want to see any camera comparisons, I can try to do that for you as well. Until next time, this is Ershad from Mr. Phone signing off. Goodbye and Godspeed, my friends.